What if the New England Patriots suddenly became the most unstoppable team in the NFL overnight? Analysts weren't ready, fans weren't ready, and most importantly, the rest of the league definitely wasn't ready. A team once labeled rebuilding and written off as irrelevant has flipped the entire playoff picture upside down. It all started the moment Mike Vrabel walked into that building. Old-school Patriot toughness, a no-excuses culture mixed with a modern edge that caught everyone off guard. This isn't the predictable post-Brady Patriots the league grew used to. This is a squad built on aggression, young talent, and a rookie quarterback who didn't just develop, he exploded. Drake May has turned heads everywhere. Calm under pressure, fearless in hostile environments, and hitting throws nobody thought were possible. He's the kind of quarterback legends whisper about. Some insiders are already calling him the most clutch young QB since the early 2000s. And after that AFC Championship snow game against Denver, every executive in the NFL suddenly had the same nightmare. What if this kid becomes unstoppable? But May isn't the only secret weapon. Vrabel didn't just coach this team, he transformed it. A locker room once soft and overlooked is now disciplined, physical, and hungry. The defense thrives on chaos, the offense is bulldozing the trenches, and the playbook still has surprises left for the biggest stage. Reports claim some plays were deliberately held back for the Super Bowl. This isn't luck, this isn't hype. The Patriots aren't sneaking into the big game, they're kicking the door in, daring anyone to stop them. Momentum, mindset, and preparation all point to one thing: a team built for chaos, built to dominate, and built to rewrite expectations. And that's just the start. Because while the Seahawks prepare for a fight, New England is quietly showing the league that this isn't just a championship run, it's a statement, a warning, and a glimpse at the future of the AFC. But that was only the beginning. The NFL wasn't ready for Drake May, not really. A rookie quarterback expected to take a few seasons to adjust suddenly became the centerpiece of a Patriots team that no one saw coming. Analysts had written him off in preseason rankings, predicting growing pains, but what happened on the field told a completely different story. From the moment May stepped onto the NFL stage, he played with a rare combination of calm and confidence. Every throw, every read, every clutch play seemed to defy expectations. Reports claim scouts across the league were messaging front offices midseason, saying the same thing: "This kid is special, watch him." And it wasn't just hype. May's midseason stretch made believers out of skeptics. 3 consecutive 300-yard passing games capped by a walk-off touchdown drive against Buffalo didn't just win games, it changed the narrative about him nationwide. Some insiders even texted each other saying, "This is the franchise." But what sets May apart isn't just the stats, it's how he handles pressure. Defenses blitzed him like he would fold under rookie nerves. Instead, he punished every disguise, every exotic front, every overload thrown at him. His mobility kept drives alive, his accuracy erased defensive momentum, and his decision-making sharpened week after week. Sources claim New England's film department tracked a stat showing May's passer rating actually improved in collapsing pockets, something almost unheard of for a first-year quarterback. That's elite-level poise, veteran DNA in a rookie body. Then came the AFC Championship, the infamous Blizzard showdown against Denver. The storm should have slowed him down, instead it became his advantage. Footwork tightened, reads sped up, confidence soared. One viral moment showed May shaking off an unblocked blitzer, stepping through knee-deep snow and firing a dart for a first down. Analysts called it not normal, elite DNA. Some reports even suggest he hasn't shown the full playbook yet, with Vrabel holding back deep shots and special runs specifically for the Super Bowl. Drake May didn't just shock the league, he redefined expectations for a rookie QB. Calm under pressure, fearless in big moments, and evolving every week, he became the kind of player that changes narratives, nightmares for opposing defenses, and a blueprint for what the Patriots are building around him. And while the NFL scrambled to catch up, one thing was clear: this was only the beginning. And what happened next would leave everyone else in the AFC scrambling to keep pace. The AFC Championship wasn't just a game, it was a storm. Literally, a blizzard rolled into Denver, turning the field into a frozen battleground, and yet the Patriots treated it like an advantage. Insiders claim Mike Vrabel told his team before kickoff, "Snow is survival, make them survive you." That wasn't motivational fluff, that was strategy, and from the first snap it showed. Drake May didn't flinch in the conditions that froze his opponents. Instead, the rookie quarterback looked stronger, sharper, and more composed with every passing drive. Footwork tightened, reads sped up, confidence grew. The snow that immobilized Denver became a weapon in New England's hands. One viral moment captured May dodging an unblocked blitzer, stepping through knee-deep snow, and hitting a sideline pass like it was a sunny day in August. Analysts watching live called it elite DNA. Rumors suggest Vrabel and his staff deliberately held back several deep shot concepts, saving their coldest tricks for the Super Bowl. Denver's defense, once considered top tier, crumbled under the Patriots' chaos. They exposed every flaw: poor mobility, miscommunications, and a lack of adaptability. Meanwhile, the Patriots' defense thrived. Vrabel's front seven applied suffocating pressure, while corners blanketed receivers and red zone stands became violent choke points. Insiders report it looked like New England's defense was custom-built for playoff football, relentless, physical, and precise. Analysts called it the most aggressive AFC championship in years. But it wasn't just the snow or the schemes. It was the culture Vrabel created. Every player seemed to feed off adversity. Instead of folding under the storm, they leaned into it, turning chaos into dominance. Sources say multiple Broncos players later admitted feeling mentally erased by New England. The contrast couldn't have been sharper: Denver fighting the weather, New England weaponizing it. Every drive May led, every blitz Vrabel dialed sent a clear message: this Patriots team wasn't lucky. It wasn't a Cinderella story. It was engineered to dominate under pressure, to thrive where others fail. By halftime, the narrative had shifted. Fans, analysts, and even former players recognized that something unprecedented had happened. A rookie quarterback was performing like a seasoned legend. A defense was executing like a finely tuned machine, and a coach had turned extreme conditions into a competitive advantage. The AFC Championship wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. And as insiders claim, the Patriots left Denver with more than a win. They left with the league scrambling to figure out how to stop a team that had turned blizzards, chaos, and pressure into a formula for perfection. And what came next for New England in the Super Bowl would prove that the blizzard was only the beginning. When Mike Vrabel took over the Patriots, insiders say he didn't just inherit a roster, he inherited an identity problem. The team had talent, sure, but after the Brady era, toughness, discipline, and edge had faded. Vrabel walked into the facility with one mission: turn this roster from soft to savage, from overlooked to unstoppable. The first step was mindset. Sources claim Vrabel's opening team meeting was nothing short of legendary. If you want comfort, go somewhere else. If you want greatness, get ready to bleed for it, he told the locker room. That statement didn't just motivate, it filtered the team. Veterans who weren't committed quietly left, while the ones who stayed bought in completely. This wasn't just about winning games, it was about becoming a team built for chaos. Defense transformed first. Vrabel reshaped the front seven, blending his Titans-era pressure schemes with classic Patriot strategies that once tortured quarterbacks in the early 2000s. Insiders report mid-season adjustments turned the unit into a nightmare for opponents, holding 5 consecutive teams under 20 points late in the year. Blitzes became smarter, corners became monsters in coverage, and every red zone stand looked engineered for playoff domination. Rumor has it Vrabel personally redesigned several concepts himself, merging old-school aggression with new-school innovation. The culture shift didn't stop there. Conditioning standards skyrocketed, soft habits were banned, and accountability became absolute. Practices turned brutal, film sessions turned confrontational. Yet instead of breaking the roster, these changes forged a tighter, hungrier, meaner team. Sources say players described this season as the most intense Patriots culture since the 2014-2018 era, and every young player adopted a chip-on-the-shoulder mentality that couldn't be faked. Offensively, the philosophy aligned perfectly with Drake May's emergence. Vrabel built a system that let him thrive, emphasizing quick reads, mobility, and aggressive downfield shots. Analysts report May's calmness under pressure was a direct result of this culture, a team that expects excellence and refuses to flinch under chaos. By the time the AFC Championship rolled around, New England wasn't just prepared, they were engineered for adversity. Denver froze under the storm while the Patriots thrived. Every play, every adjustment, every snow-covered yard came from a culture Vrabel had painstakingly crafted. Insiders say the locker room was silent after the win, except for the message Vrabel left hanging: one more, finish it. This wasn't luck, this wasn't hype. This was a team reborn, forged in discipline, aggression, and calculated chaos. And the full force of that culture would soon be unleashed on the Super Bowl stage, where every opponent would discover that New England wasn't just playing, they were redefining what dominance looks like in the NFL. The Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's a test of identity, and the Patriots are walking in with theirs fully forged. Seattle may have had an impressive season, but insiders say they're facing a storm they weren't ready for. The contrast between Drake May and Sam Darnold is massive. Darnold has revived his career in Seattle, no doubt, but the Super Bowl isn't about regular season stats, it's about who can take over the moment. And May has already thrived in snowstorms, hostile crowds, and high-pressure playoff scenarios. Reports suggest Seattle's staff is genuinely worried about his mobility, especially after watching the Broncos collapse once he broke the pocket. Then there's the Patriots' defense, a unit specifically built to attack quarterbacks like Darnold. Seattle relies on timing routes, quick reads, and play-action setups, but New England's corners are physical, linebackers read fast, and the pass rush disguises more than anyone else in the league. Analysts note that Darnold struggles against complex coverages, and Vrabel's defense thrives on chaos. That's not speculation. It's the same system that dismantled Denver in the AFC Championship. Physicality is another huge edge. Patriots' offensive linemen have been bulldozing defenses all postseason, while Seattle's D-line has been inconsistent. New England loves to establish dominance in the trenches early, and insiders warn that if the Patriots set the tone in the first quarter, Seattle could be in trouble long before halftime. Power football, relentless pressure, and a willingness to impose their will. This team knows no other way. Momentum matters too. Seattle's rise has been impressive but shaky under pressure. The Patriots, on the other hand, are playing like a team possessed. They don't just beat opponents, they erase them mentally, physically, and strategically. Veteran Seahawks reportedly admitted off-camera that facing New England feels like a nightmare. And when a team carries this level of intensity into the Super Bowl, the effect is magnified. Finally, versatility gives New England a massive edge. Sources claim the Patriots can win any type of game. A 10-7 slugfest, a high-scoring shootout, ugly or clean. Snow, cold, or bright stadium lights, the system adapts, the mindset adapts, and the execution adapts. Combine that with a team still hungry for respect after years of post-Brady doubt, and Seattle is facing more than a talented roster. They're facing destiny, and the Patriots are ready to enforce it. This matchup isn't about hype. It's about preparation, identity, and killer instinct. And right now, every sign points to New England as the team best equipped to dominate, dictate the game, and leave their mark on the biggest stage in football. Drake May wasn't supposed to dominate this quickly. Scouts, analysts, and even opposing coaches didn't see it coming. But insiders say New England always knew something the rest of the NFL didn't. This kid had poise, leadership, and an X-factor that stats couldn't measure. From week one, May displayed a calmness under pressure that usually takes years to develop. And by midseason, he wasn't just winning games. He was redefining what a rookie quarterback could do in the modern NFL. The turning point came during a 3-game stretch where May threw for over 300 yards in each contest. It culminated in a walk-off touchdown drive against Buffalo that instantly flipped the narrative nationwide. Analysts and fans alike started whispering comparisons to the early Tom Brady era. Retired Patriots reportedly texted each other during the game, "This is the one, this is the franchise." It wasn't hype, it was recognition. May had arrived. What separates him from other young QBs isn't just arm talent, it's how he handles pressure. Defensive coordinators tried to rattle him with exotic blitzes and disguised coverages, expecting panic or hesitation. Instead, May punished every overload, every fake, every collapsing pocket. His mobility extended drives, his accuracy killed defensive momentum, and his decision-making sharpened with every snap. Sources even revealed New England tracked a stat showing his passer rating actually improved in collapsing pockets, something normally only elite veterans can achieve. Then came the AFC Championship, the Blizzard game. Conditions that froze Denver stiff became the fuel that turned May into a monster. Footwork tightened, reads sped up, and confidence soared. One viral play showed him shrug off an unblocked blitzer, step through deep snow as if it were turf, and fire a dart for a critical first down. Commentators called it elite DNA, and insiders claimed that was still only a glimpse of his full arsenal. Vrabel and the Patriots reportedly held back several designed runs and deep shot concepts, saving their coldest tricks for the Super Bowl. That strategy isn't luck, it's planning, foresight, and understanding that May isn't just a rookie. He's an evolving weapon. Every week, every drive, every play has been a stepping stone, turning him from a promising talent into a quarterback capable of reshaping the AFC. May's rise isn't just a storyline, it's a problem for every team he faces. Calm, fearless, and unpredictable, he's redefining the expectations for rookies in the league. The Patriots didn't stumble into this moment, they built it around him. And if he continues on this path, the Super Bowl won't just be another game. It could be the start of a new era, with Drake May as the face of the AFC for years to come. When Mike Vrabel took over the Patriots, insiders say he walked into the building with a mission: reshape a soft, overlooked roster into the most disciplined, violent, and relentless team in the AFC. From the very first team meeting, he set a tone that was part challenge, part warning. If you want comfort, go somewhere else. If you want greatness, get ready to bleed for it, he reportedly told the locker room. That wasn't just motivational, it separated the weak from the willing. Some players left. The ones who stayed became part of a complete identity shift that would define this season. The transformation began on defense. Vrabel rebuilt the front seven around chaos and pressure, turning young players into relentless playmakers who lived in the backfield. He merged schemes from his Titans days with classic Patriot strategies that had tormented quarterbacks in the early 2000s. The result was a defense that thrived on disorder, shutting down 5 straight opponents under 20 points late in the season and becoming the backbone of the playoff run. Every cornerback, linebacker, and pass rusher was drilled to anticipate, attack, and dominate. Culture change didn't stop at X's and O's. Vrabel reportedly banned soft habits in the locker room, enforced conditioning standards, and demanded accountability in every practice. Film sessions became confrontational, drills became brutal, and the team's mental toughness skyrocketed. Instead of breaking under pressure, the roster grew tighter, hungrier, and meaner. Veterans called it the most intense Patriots environment since the 2014-2018 dynasty years. By the time the AFC Championship rolled around, the Patriots were a living, breathing embodiment of Vrabel's philosophy. They didn't just play the snow, they weaponized it. Denver froze under the storm, but New England turned adversity into advantage. Vrabel's pregame mantra, "Snow is survival, make them survive you," became a rallying cry. By halftime, the team had seized control not only of the game, but of the narrative. Several players later admitted that Vrabel didn't even celebrate, he simply demanded, "One more, finish it." This culture shift is more than motivation, it's strategy. Every offensive lineman, quarterback, and defender knows their role, trusts the system, and thrives under chaos. Seattle, the Super Bowl opponent, faces a team that's physically dominant, mentally unbreakable, and strategically unpredictable. Vrabel didn't just coach a team to wins, he engineered a machine built for playoff warfare. The Patriots aren't lucky. They're prepared, and that preparation could turn the biggest stage in football into a proving ground for a new era. The stage is set. Super Bowl Sunday will see the New England Patriots face the Seattle Seahawks, and the contrast between these teams couldn't be starker. Analysts try to play it neutral, but insiders quietly agree. The Patriots have the edge, and it's not close. The first reason is Drake May. He's a rookie, but he plays like a seasoned franchise quarterback. Sam Darnold revived his career in Seattle, but he hasn't faced a QB this hot or this fearless under pressure. May thrives in hostile environments, snowstorms, and playoff cookers where others panic. Reports suggest Seattle's staff is worried about his mobility. Once May escapes the pocket, chaos ensues. Second, New England's defense is custom-built for a quarterback like Darnold. Seattle runs timing-heavy, quick-read schemes with play-action built into the core of their offense, but Patriots' corners play physical. Linebackers read instantly, and the pass rush is a nightmare for QBs who hesitate. Darnold struggles against disguised coverages, and Vrabel's defense disguises more looks than nearly any team in the league. This isn't coincidence, it's design, and it forces mistakes. Third, the trenches favor New England. Patriots' offensive linemen have bulldozed opposing fronts all postseason, setting a physical tone from the first snap. Seattle's defensive line has been inconsistent against power runs, which means if New England establishes the run early, Seattle could be in trouble before halftime. The Patriots aren't just playing smart, they're playing dominant. Every play is a statement, every down a message. We control this field. Fourth, momentum and mindset. Seattle fought hard to get here, but their rise has been rapid and untested in the face of relentless physicality. The Patriots, however, thrive in chaos. They dismantled Denver mentally, physically, and strategically. Sources say several Seahawks veterans privately admitted they'd rather face Denver than New England, simply because the Patriots never stop attacking. Vrabel has Super Bowl experience as a player, understands the stage, and builds game plans that confuse even elite quarterbacks. Finally, versatility is key. The Patriots can win in every style: slugfests, shootouts, ugly games, or pristine executions. They can dominate in snow, rain, or bright stadium lights. That kind of range is championship-level rare, and they carry motivation that goes beyond winning, a franchise long doubted, disrespected, and dismissed. This isn't hype, this is destiny. When a rookie QB plays like a legend, a coach resurrects the old Patriots' toughness, and a defense terrorizes every opponent, the NFL watches. The Super Bowl isn't just another game, it's a proving ground. And all signs point to one truth: New England isn't just in the game, they're built to win it. When the final whistle blows on Super Bowl Sunday, it won't just be about a trophy. It will be about the story New England has been telling all season, a story of grit, chaos, and transformation. The Patriots didn't stumble into the big game. They fought tooth and nail, reshaped a struggling roster into a powerhouse, and built a team that thrives when the pressure is at its absolute peak. Every practice, every meeting, every pregame speech from Mike Vrabel was part of a blueprint designed to turn ordinary players into monsters. Insiders claim Vrabel's locker room mantra, "If you want greatness, get ready to bleed for it," wasn't just motivational, it was a filter. Those who couldn't handle it left. Those who stayed became part of something relentless, disciplined, and dangerous. Drake May isn't just a rookie quarterback. He's the signal flare in the Patriots' new identity. Every snap he takes carries the weight of a franchise hungry for redemption, and he's handling it like he's done it for a decade. In blizzards, hostile environments, and pressure-packed moments, he has shown poise, mobility, and decision-making that make even the most experienced defenders pause. Scouts texted front offices mid-season saying he's the next face of the AFC, and that feeling hasn't faded. May isn't just winning games, he's evolving weekly, forcing the NFL to adjust to a player nobody saw coming. The defense backs him with a suffocating, violent, and perfectly disciplined unit built for playoff chaos. Vrabel fused old-school Patriot schemes with his own violent, pressure-heavy style, creating a system that doesn't just defend, it punishes. Every blitz, disguise, and red zone stand is designed to dominate and humiliate. The AFC Championship was a glimpse of what the league is in for, teams frozen by adversity, while New England leans into it, thrives in it, and weaponizes it. Seattle arrives with talent, heart, and determination, but reports suggest there's a quiet fear in their locker room. The physical mismatch, strategic edge, and sheer momentum favor New England. The Patriots can win ugly, they can win pretty, they can win in snow and cold or under the brightest lights. The signs all point to the same truth: this isn't luck, this isn't chance. This is a team living its purpose, fulfilling a destiny they've been shaping since the first day of training camp. And here's the twist. Insiders claim New England hasn't even revealed the full playbook. Some of their coldest, deadliest tricks are being saved for the Super Bowl stage. The NFL thinks it knows the Patriots, but in reality, the most dangerous version of this team is still waiting to be unleashed. One thing is certain: whatever happens on the field, the story of this season will be remembered. The Patriots didn't just make it to the Super Bowl. They built a machine, and the league hasn't seen anything like it.